Okay, it's recording.
Our presentation is the Turkish Get Up. Some background is this exercise is used often for athletic performance, but also is used during rehabilitation. The unique aspect of this exercise is that it incorporates almost the entire body and a variety of muscles during the exercise. This exercise is typically done using a kettlebell or some other form of weights. However, it can also be done without the weight as well.
This is a full body exercise, but most of the main muscles are the shoulder and the trapezius, the pecs, rhomboids, rotator cuff, latissimus dorsi, triceps, deltoid, biceps, quads, hamstrings, glutes, and core, all used throughout the motion in different ways. During this, there's a lot of stability in specifically the shoulder joint while holding up the weight, and stability in the core. And that's an isometric muscle contraction, while the concentric muscle contractions are what allows the movement to stand up and push the weight up to perform the exercise.
In the Turkish Get Up, the body goes through many different degrees of motion. Since this exercise has so much movement, we're going to go over some of the main ones. So flexion of one knee to a 45-degree angle at the beginning, with the other knee and the arms being in full extension. During the progression of the exercise, the arm that's not holding the weight bends to 90 degrees, which you can see at the bottom left. During the sweep into the lunge, there is an internal rotation of the back leg. And when the leg is swept back and the body is in a lunge position, the front and back leg are flexed to 90 degrees, which you can see at the bottom right.
So the correct way to perform this exercise is you first begin by starting laying on your side with a kettlebell in your hand at a neutral wrist position. You then roll onto your back and keep the leg of the side you're laying on bent at the 45-degree angle, as Noah said, and press the arm of the side you were laying on up into the air, holding the kettlebell. And while doing this, the leg and arm on the opposite side should lay flat on the ground, and the arm is going out to the side at a 45-degree angle. You're going to next roll onto the elbow of the opposite side, bending that elbow to a 90-degree angle, keeping the same leg bent, the arm holding the kettlebell straight into the air, and the opposite leg still remaining straight. You're then going to push the opposite bent arm straight up and sweep the opposite leg into a bent position under the hip, creating a hinge in the hips. You're then going to turn the opposite leg, which is the back leg, into the position of a lunge and square the hips. And from there, you're going to stand up into the lunge position. And to end the exercise, you reverse the movements back down to get to the ground. There are a couple common mistakes done when using this exercise. One is shown in the picture at the bottom left, which is when the shoulders are loose and shrugged down when you're moving the opposite arm into flexion on the ground. This can impinge the shoulder and compromise the movement. So instead, you want to make sure that you have the shoulders be packed and strong and have them be in an 180-degree angle from one hand to the next. And the other common mistake is moving too fast, which typically results in injury. And we're going to show the video of doing that right here.
Okay, go ahead.
And these are our references.